Alrighty folks, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena Draft video. A new season has started and everyone's back. I think 2 rankings prior or 3, so I'm back at Platinum and yeah, I think we're going to fire off some drafts. And with 6k gold, I think we're going to do a quick draft and let's see what's available. I guess there's no more quick draft Kaldheim, that's a shame, but we have quick draft at Strixhaven, so maybe it's fine firing this one off and see, so we can kind of study how the bots make their picks. So let's give it a shot. Impact one, pick one. Quick draft, Strixhaven. A rare, not super amazing. Negate has been an overperformer in the set, given how there's so many tokens and non-creature spells that are running around to trigger Magecraft. So this is actually a pretty good card in the set. Overall, the uncommons are pretty bad. The best common, while they're all not great, I mean, Spirit Summoning is probably the best common out of this pack, and it's probably the worst lesson out of all the other ones. So maybe I just first pick Negate, since blue is the best color in the set, and just either end up in Prismari and Quandrix, and Negate is still just a very good card. Double Major takes a bit to set up, and I think the card's more fancy than it is actually good, since there's a lot of sorcery spell summonings in this set. Double Major doesn't get to copy them, whereas this can only really copy a permanent. So yeah, I think it's between Spirit Summoning and Negate, and I think I'll just take a Negate. Been pretty impressed by this card in this set, and this just been a huge overperformer. There's also Witterbloom Pledge Mage here as well, which is fine. Decent 5-drop, 5-mana, 5/5 is a solid body, and then it can be in either green decks. But let's just take a Negate. Stick with the best color. And after first picking Negate, now we get to see some goodies here. Aether Helix, Decisive Denial, Quandrix Cultivator are all excellent. There's also Mage Duel and Eureka Moment, which are both very excellent as well. The Selfless Glyph Weaver is also a pretty good card in the Silver Quill decks, but I think we just want to stick with blue given our first pick. Also, Elemental Summoning is great, so wow, lots of options out of this pack. Don't know which one to get. So if we're going to be leaning towards Quandrix, what do we want? This is a powerful bounce spell that can return something from the graveyard, so it has great recursion. This is a flexible fight spell that can also counter a non-creature spell. If I wanted to just stick with a single color card, I would probably take the Mage Duel here to keep my options open, but I don't think it's as good as some of these other cards like Aether Helix or Quandrix Cultivator. Could actually be better than Decisive Denial. I would probably take it over Eureka Moment still. So I think it's between Aether Helix and Quandrix Cultivator, and I think I'm leaning Cultivator here, since it gives me a solid body and allows me to ramp, and then hopefully we can pick up more interaction later in the form of cards like Aether Helix. I could still take Aether Helix though, but I just think it's very important in Quandrix to have those solid defensive bodies to ramp with. Otherwise, you can just get run over by an aggro deck and it doesn't feel great. I mean, I could still take Aether Helix, because if we end up in Prismari, we can still end up splashing Aether Helix, whereas this is a little bit more committal. The more flexible options, again, Mage Shield, I think is a lot worse than either Aether Helix or Quandrix Cultivator, and I think both of these are definitely better than Decisive Denial. So yeah, there's lots of options. There's also an argument for Aether Helix because it's an interaction spell, and interaction is usually very good and limited. And since blue and green sometimes have problems dealing with threats, maybe it's better to just take it here. And I can still end up in green splashing the Aether Helix, so I guess it has slightly more flexibility than the Quandrix Cultivator. So I'm not sure here. I definitely like both of these cards, and I would probably take Mage Duel over Denial and Eureka Moment, but I don't think I can take Mage Duel over both of these other cards, which are quite fantastic. And given that Aether Helix can be splashed for green, and it's also just interaction, which is kind of lacking, since in Quandrix you have cards like Eureka Moment that can help you ramp anyways. Even though it doesn't provide a body, you might want the Aether Helix, so not sure. I think I'll take the Helix, but the Cultivator is close, and wow. Jotzi, yep, I think we'll just take our bomb Mythic here, especially in Quandrix. There's also Emergent Sequence, which is excellent. Probably the best card in this pack. I mean, the second best card in this pack. Snakeskin Veil, Guiding Voice. Expand Anatomy has also been overperformed, but Jotzi is really good. So you can always cast a 4-mana portion, just put a bunch of lands from your hand into the battlefield if you're flooding a bit, and then you can also just discard a card And if I control 8 more cards, I can discard a card to return it. And Jossie is just a good creature to ramp into a powerful bomb. You can easily return it to your hand to protect it, and then it can basically just gain you a ton of value by casting your instances or sorcery. So yeah, let's try Jotzi here. Just good to pass up. Here, I can take a field trip, which I'm a big fan of as well. Nice way to learn, helps us ramp, which this deck is trying to do. Elemental Masterpiece is also something we could splash for, which is also pretty powerful in the late game. Humiliates is probably the best card out of this pack, but let's just take field trip, stick with Quandrix. And Quandrix Pledge Mage is awesome. Also wouldn't mind playing Prismari Pledge Mage in these types of deck, but double blue isn't the easiest. So I would probably take Expanded Anatomy second if it wasn't for Quandrix Pledge Mage. But yeah, this can also become a powerful threat, especially with cards like Negate, Field Trip, and Aether Helix. Instances and sorceries are good along with this. And we'll take a Eureka Moment, which is fantastic. Wouldn't mind a filler 4-drop like Waterfall Aerialist. Best card in this pack is probably Professor of Symbology. Nice 2-drop that can help you learn. Pretty powerful 2-for-1, but we'll just take a Eureka Moment to replace the Quandrix Cultivator. And I do like Expand Anatomy. I think I had to take it over to the tap land. Also wouldn't mind a Leyline Invocation to help us ramp, but for what I've been reading, Expand Anatomy has been pretty awesome in this set. Just being able to grow creatures and then still having a blocker up, so it's pretty good. So I think I had to take a lesson over Leyline and Quandrix Campus. If the Expanded was in this pack, I would probably take Quandrix Campus to help us improve our mana base, but I think I like my first copy of Expanded Anatomy as a good lesson, and we'll take a Campus here. Prismari Apprentice is okay. The funny thing is that the Pledge Mage could actually be better, since it's just a better blocker, but I mean, with more big spells, this could be pretty good if you are in that big spell sort of Prismari type of deck. In the more aggressive version, it's okay-ish, but I think we just take Quandrix Campus here. And then Vortex Runner, nice win condition in the Quandrix decks as well. Gives us a bit of evasion. Test of Talents could also be fine, but we do have Negate already, so just take Vortex Runner. And wow, another Eureka Moment. Pick 10. Okay, Quandrix is definitely open. So I'm kind of glad I took Aether Helix. There's also Snakeskin Veil and Leyline Invocation. I'm a big fan of Snakeskin Veil. It's been an overperformer, but I think we might want the Leyline Invocation, or maybe not. I just liked how this is so efficient. It's just 1 mana counter any spell. I mean, any removal spell, and it's really awesome. So I'm hoping I can pick up Leyline Invocation later, since I don't really need multiple copies of this. But I think Snakeskin Veil is too important to pass up, so we'll take it here. And then here, just take an uncommon for the vault. Okay, none of these matter, just take an uncommon. Okay, so yeah, we're doing it. The charge do could be better if we have more Pledge Mages, so we'll see. And wow, Leyline Invocation, pick 15, so wow, took the right choice taking Snakeskin Veil and passing up those Leyline Invocations, because wow, this is still 15 picks, so another nice win condition. And wow, Manifestation Stage is fantastic, especially with double Eureka Moment. Also wouldn't mind Master Cementress, I also think this card's great. Also wouldn't mind Cultivate, more ways to ramp and splash. But yeah, Manifestation Stage is awesome. Just creates a powerful threat on turn 4, rewards us for drawing cards. Nice permanent we can get back, so yeah, let's just take it here. And then here, probably take the Scourge Colony. Good defensive 2-drop in the early game, and then in the late game, it's a 4/4, which definitely is very solid. Since if you can get to 8 lands immediately, this can be a bit of trouble. And yeah, a 4/4 does matter in this set, especially with Reach. So let's take the Scourge Colony. And then the Pop Quiz looks great. There's also Golden Ratio, but I might just be more interested in getting ways to learn with the Pop Quiz. With Double Eureka Moment, I don't need to prioritize like having an insane amount of card draw with cards like Golden Ratio. Like, it is nice to draw a lot, but might just prefer Pop Quiz because we don't have too many ways to learn. We only have a field trip. So therefore, by taking a card like Pop Quiz, it makes it better if we pick up more lessons. So I think I like it over Golden Ratio, but Golden Ratio would also be solid. I don't think we're splashing for Creative Outburst, but Elemental Summoning is one of the better lessons to look up, along with Fractal Summoning. And with Double Blue, it shouldn't be too problematic to cast, so seems great. And wow, Zimone, pick 5. Yep. Let's not talk about it here. Nice card advantage engine. Ooh, Fractal Summoning, Biomathematician, and Wormhole Serpent. Wow, this pack is stacked. How many Fractal tokens can we make? Just 1 for Manifestation Stage, so the Mathematician isn't going to be great. I'm also a big fan of Wormhole Serpent, but I don't think I can take it over Fractal Summoning, especially in the Quandrix deck. And we have some ways to learn already, so I think I'll take Fractal Summoning. If not, I might consider the Wormhole Serpent as a nice way to give us evasion. Don't know if I'll play second Vortex Runner, but there's nothing else in this pack I want. And we'll take an Arcane Subtraction, just giving us more ways to learn up our lessons. Also wouldn't mind Prismari Campus if we want to splash a bit of red, but Subtraction is Master Symmetrist, pick 9. Yeah, this is absurd. Yeah, this card's fantastic. I don't know what's going on anymore. Can someone tell me what's going on anymore? I keep getting all these amazing cards. I guess no one's drafting Quandrix. Could splash black with Witherbloom Campus, but Cram Session is also a reasonable main deckable card now that this set has been evolving. Just a great way to learn, gain some card advantage, so don't mind Cram Session. And then don't think I'm playing any of these. The best card is like Study Break in this pack. Yep, just take whatever. Take all the learn cards that hate draft people away from learn. Just be a bit of a jerk. So yeah, I think we should have a pretty solid deck at the end of this. Another Aether Helix looks fine. Blade Historian is a complete bomb. Usually, not a big fan of Lorehold, but if you open up a card like Blade Historian, you can definitely try to force some sort of aggressive Lorehold deck, and this card can make it happen. There's also Igneous Inspiration we could splash, but Aether Helix is just solid. Can return any permanent. We don't have a ton of permanents, but yeah, but the ability to just have the ability to return a permanent and bounce something is great, especially if we need to get back a card like Manifestation Stage, Symmetrist, Vortex Runner as a win condition, Scourge Colony. So yeah, just take the Aether Helix. Golden Ratio, another Leyline Invocation. Environmental Sciences could also be a reasonable card. A good lesson we can look up to hit our land drops. Yeah, lots of options here. In terms of card advantage, we have Double Eureka Moment already, Pop Quiz on 3. Field Trip can learn. So it's not like we need a ton of guard advantage with Golden Ratio. Crunch Wrangler I found also just to be very medium. Could actually just take a Witherbloom Pledge Mage 2 as a 5/5 instead. This card is okay. Because where we lacking creatures, I guess. I don't think we need a second Leyline Invocation, even though we're looking to ramp. We might not necessarily need to prioritize it. I could just take the cheap card draw spell anyways. Just to ensure that we can dig through our deck. And it's not bad, more card advantage. It's always nice. Just hopefully we don't end up decking ourselves. Other than that, what do I take? I could just take Witherbloom Pledge Mage, but we do have Aether Helix at 5 already. Yeah, maybe I just take Golden Ratio. Or take the Environmental Sciences as a way to learn and hit our land drops, but I don't think that's going to be necessary given that we have so much card advantage in this deck and ramp. Sure, let's take Golden Ratio. And we'll take a Serpentine Curve, could use a decent 4-drop. We have a lot of instances and sorceries in this deck, so it shouldn't be too difficult to make another large creature, which we kind of need. Also wouldn't mind Environmental Sciences too, but I think the Serpentine Curve can make a large creature, and that's what we're trying to do. And Snow Day, wow, and Burying Books. I think it's probably Burying Books since it's just cheaper. Snow Day is also great, but Burying Books is probably one of the best commons in this set. Since it's just very efficient, 3 mana to bounce something. And usually the blue decks are trying to be defensive, so it does a lot of work, and it can also take out tokens, so I think we take Burying Books over Snow Day. Wouldn't mind a Professor as a fine 4-drop, giving us some more threats. There's another Arcane Subtraction, Whirlwind. Yeah, wouldn't mind another Professor here. Although we do have a decent amount of 4s already, so maybe it's not necessary. Don't think I can just take the rare, maybe, for funds. Or take a Whirlwind of Denial. Even though we do have the negate already. Maybe I'll just take the rare for the collection, but overall there was lots of other options that I could have choose from. Curate could be okay. We'll probably just want another Quandrix Campus, just to improve our mana. And then Needletorn Drake is a pretty good 2-drop, helps us play defense, and it's just very annoying to deal with. And then I don't think I want any of these. Another Cram Session could be alright, but I don't think I need one. And then I could just take a Witherbloom Pledge Mage as a fine 5-drop in this deck as well. Don't think I need second Arcane Subtraction. There's also Biograph, but we're not really looking to sacrifice. I'd rather have a 5-mana 5/5 than a 5-mana 5/4, so that makes more sense. Maybe we play the second Invocation, who knows. Okay, so yeah, the deck is looking quite solid. Maybe we just need one cut, maybe just cut a Leyline Invocation for the hell of it. And we should have enough win conditions. So let's look up how many learn cards do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 is decent. 4 should be fine. And the lessons we can search up: Expand Anatomy, Fractal Summoning, Elemental Summoning, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, with 3 it should be okay. In terms of curve, I like the top end cards. I don't mind the 5 drops as well. Don't mind the 4s. We have a lot of instances in sorceries to grow the Serpentine curve. I think the 3s are fine too. I could cut the golden ratio actually for a second Vortex Runner, but I think 1 is enough. Yeah, I think this deck is fine, and we should have enough win conditions, I think, so don't really need to change this. Looking at the mana base, it's kind of evenly split. Which color are we looking for more early? Maybe green. Since we also need double green for Witherbloom Pledge Mate, so I can maybe put it slightly towards green, but the mana fixing should be good regardless. We need double blue for Elemental Summoning though, but that's pretty much it. But I think we need more early green since we might want to keep up Snakeskin Veil. So yeah, let's give this deck a shot, see how it goes. Opening hand. Seems okay. Not amazing. The golden ratio can't really draw into anything. There's a Master Symmetrist. Maybe we can play on 4. I think I'm fine still keeping, though. I do want some early game cards. I can maybe draw into them, though. So this is definitely questionable. But I think I'm still keeping. And hopefully I don't get run over. If this was monocolored, maybe I wouldn't keep it, but I think this is okay. So opponent's going to be a little bit aggressive here, so maybe should get an early curve, and yeah, Pledge Mage is nice. Pledge Mage into Master Symmetrist, then maybe card draw. Could be useful. And the opponent misses a land drop. Okay, he can get punished here. We'll see. I'm not trading. Yeah, probably no trades. Probably fine casting Master Symmetrist here. And then I think I'm fine attacking for 2 since I'm not playing the trade. And then I can Golden Ratio or Ether Helix. Probably want to save Ether Helix for more value. I don't really want to bounce a 2/2. Karok is fine. Ooh, or Pledge Mage. Yeah, Pledge Mage seems pretty good. Could have also attacked an Ether Helix, but I think this is okay. And then we can draw 3 cards, which is kind of nuts. Or draw 6. Maybe see a Mage Hunter's Onslaught, but he can't really attack. Or it could whatever. Could attack for 5. Leyline should be okay. If he double blocks, I can trade for maybe the Lore Mage. I can also use the Snakeskin Veil to pump it, or you play Ether Helix, but I think this is okay. And we'll see what he does here. Just takes it, sure. We'll just cast an Invocation. Luckily this doesn't have haste. This is a pretty bad card in my opinion. Like, you can enhance it into a 4/4 by tapping it, but it's really just, yeah, you need to exile a instant or sorcery to even grow this. And it's just quite bad. I think here I just cast Golden Ratio. I guess I need to return a target permanent to activate this. So I guess we Golden Ratio first and just draw a million cards. I guess there's only 3 cards since this trigger has to happen first. but that's totally fine. I think I can attack here. Yeah, I think I'll attack. Yeah, let's go all out. We're not cowards. I guess he might want to trade here and do that. I can also activate Eureka Moment at instant speed as well and put a Snakeskin Veil. So he's probably just going to concede here, yeah. Yeah, I could also just Eureka Moment and put a Forest and Snakeskin Veil, so that could have been pretty insane. I can pop quiz on 3, learn. It's not amazing, but on the play with both my colors, I think I keep. And then hopefully I draw into some goodies. Can always cycle Arcane Subtraction, but don't see a reason to. I think I'm going to play land so I can pop quiz end the turn and then decide whether or not I want to play campus next turn or not. Since I just want to cast this and opponent's not really doing much. Okay, the Expressive Iteration, nice value. Just 2 mana draw 2 is pretty good. And yeah, I think we just grab the Elemental Summoning. And then we can also main phase Cram Session if we don't get anything good here. Okay, I guess we do. And then we'll grab a Fractal Summoning. And then we'll play the Quandrix Campus tapped. Then next turn we can play the Elemental Summoning and go from there. I guess the opponent was had to discard, okay. It's fine. I do want to keep up Snakeskin Veil, but I think we need to play this out on curve. Could see a Bury in Books. If we attack and he use Bury next turn, we can get him with the elements with the Snakeskin Veil, so that's pretty cool. We'll see what he tries here. That's kind of that's pretty medium. So probably no Bury in Books since he didn't attack. I could just stay back here, just cast the Field Trip, because I don't really see the point of being aggressive if I'm not going to develop the board, and Field Trip can be a nice way to grab, I guess, another lesson out of the board. Yep. And then I think I'm gonna say go. Since he's probably gonna erase me quicker here. Just want to be careful. And I can get him with like maybe an Arcane Subtraction if he uses some sort of combat trick. In the meantime, I'll be taking 3 in the air, but I shouldn't be too scared here. probably see a Barian Books. I still think I'm attacking. I could also expand Anatomy to give it Vigilance, which I don't mind. And that way I can still keep up maybe Arcane Subtraction and Snakeskin Veil. Could also play Invocation second main, but I think by doing this I make him bait out a spell, which I want to do, so let's do it. And the 6/6 is definitely very strong, so let's have him use a removal spell, and then in response I can Snakeskin Veil it. So yeah, I think I just attack. And then we'll say go. Just me missing all these land drops is a little bit problematic, so I think this is fine. Another Aerialist, so definitely keeping the Master Symmetrist alive is very important, so I think we attack. If he has removal, I can just give this hexproof. So this is a little bit weird that he's attacking with both of these flyers. But I think I'm still fine blocking since I really can't afford to take all these hits. And I can't really arcane this because it's going to require ward, but maybe I can at least I can't really afford to take 6 here, so I think I go for this. And if he uses some sort of removal spell to finish me off, I can Snakeskin Veil. If he does use a Pump Trick, that's going to be a problem though. So I think I have to use this in response and see if it resolves or not. No, it's hexproof, so yeah, so unfortunately, unless he has a Pump Trick here, yeah, I get to eat a Waterfall Aerialist, which is nice. And then we can still play Zamone. Golden Ratio, I mean, I think I want to attack first, right? Yeah, let's attack here, let's get aggressive. And then we can also Arcane Subtraction if he tries to use something here. We'll see. He probably has an Expel or something. Maybe I shouldn't have been so aggressive since he could have Expel. And that could be a problem. I'm fine with this. We'll list the Tome Shredder first, and then before damage, I'm fine using the Arcane Subtraction here. That way I can still kill the Tome Shredder, and do I discard anything? No, let's just decline. I'm surprised he didn't Expel, because he could have actually did something here, so let's just play out Zamone, and then next turn we can draw 3. I could also draw 2 with the Golden Ratio. And maybe if I got blue mana, I could have played it, so we'll say go here. And hopefully it doesn't have some sort of board wipe or anything here. Sure. He still needs a chump blocker against this, otherwise he's dead. So he's probably forced to stay back, which is a good sign. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack with a 6/6 and see what he tries to do. I don't think there's any +3/+3, so he might be forced to chump. So I can either draw cards or make a big ley line invocation. I think I want to make a large ley line invocation. Could have also, again, golden ray shield, but I think this is okay. This way we can draw 3 cards instead with the golden ray shield. So yeah, I don't think that's going to cut it. Alright, 12-0, let's keep this up. Alright, seems okay. We can always cram Session on 2 in the pop quiz, and then we can have a 3/3 Serpentine or a Manifestation stage, we'll see. And I like the fact that these cards replace themselves, so the Manifestation stage can still stay large. And yeah, we'll grab an Elemental Summoning, it's still early. Although I do need to make sure I have double blue for that, so... Alright, opponent's going to be aggressive here, so this could be a problem. And that's a problem. Still think I have to say go here. And then hopefully I can just wall off these opponents. Manifestation stage can still trade for the Leech Fanatic. Alright, this is a problem. Yeah, a 4/5. I don't think a Serpentine Curve can block that, so I'm going to take a bit of a beating here, but I'm hoping we can... Yeah, 6/6, Jesus. Yeah, let's pop quiz. And I'm hoping he doesn't have like a Mage Hunter's Onslaught for the next following turns, or else it's game over, so... Yeah, I think we just need to hope and pray he doesn't have a Onslaught. And at least the 8/8 can block the 6/6. Or 7/7, I mean. So no removal, please. You can also give this Death Touch, so I might want to just trade with the Sage. Do I double block this? I think I do. It's just a little bit too scary, and hopefully 9 damage is enough. I don't care if he gives his Death Touch, the 6/6 is just too strong here. And if he has big play, okay, that's hopefully no more life gain, please don't. No, please no more life gain, no Professor's warning. Oh wow. What a blowout. So I need some sort of bounce spell to deal with this now. What a blowout. Yeah, I guess I can at least maybe double block this again, just take 7. I'm hoping he's out of combat tricks, because this is if I can deal with this, I think I can maybe stabilize. But overall, it's not looking good. I guess Ether Helix. Yeah, let's Ether Helix then, and we can also get back Manifestation Stage. I think I'm down for that. Yeah, just do it now. And I think I'm fine playing out land. Say go, and I'm fine trading for the Blackish Trudge, since I can't really afford to take this much. Because he can always just buy it back. But this is a little bit too much damage at this point in the game. So I'm hoping I can just maybe outvalue him somehow. Burying books. I think this is fine. Also, don't mind just casting Zimone because we're almost up to 8 mana. And once we get to 8 mana, we can activate Zimone and also cast Serpentine Curve. Also, Burying Books now, which can maybe bounce something back, so Ether Helix save their butts. Another Leech Fanatic, so he's probably playing the game more life. So if I block with a 6/6 here and he buys it back, that's okay. I don't know if Field Trip does anything here. Probably fine just casting a big Fractal Summoning token. And it's going to become a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6/6 seems okay. Just have multiple 6/6s. And eventually we can cast Field Trip and then keep up Zimone and then grow a pretty large Serpentine Curve as well. Don't think I need to be aggressive, especially since I'm at 9 life. He could have removal and I need a way to deal with this, so. Honor Trolls is only going to become a 4/4. Luckily, it's like super huge and scary. So I guess I can cast Field Trip this turn. I can put a land, of course. Take Expand Anatomy. So probably fine casting a Serpentine Curve before Expand Anatomy. Then I can still play land, and I think I'm fine attacking for 6 here. And then keep both of these other back. Eventually I can load up counters on another 6/6, give it Vigilance and attack as well. So essentially just need to be careful. Keep up Burying Books, Expand Anatomy, and card draw of Zimone, so we can definitely take over the game if the opponent doesn't have anything. 10-yard Innkeeper, pretty annoying, okay. We can still block this at least and kill it for free. Ooh, Yahtzee, okay. Well, I mean, that's even better. I think I'm fine attacking for 7. And I can also Burying Books to blow him out if he isn't careful. I'm pretty happy with this result. Yeah, I think I'm going to let the trade happen. I don't really need to cast the Burying Books. This is just a nice 2-for-1. I can still cast Yahtzee here, and next turn just cast a bunch of instances and sorceries. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, that's going to be pretty annoying over time, so I do need to kill him quickly, potentially. So how about this? We Expand Anatomy on a 6/6. And then pay for Yahtzee's cost here. Casting Master Cementress because it has Trample. And then move to combat. We can still attack with both of these. And then I can also activate Zimone end of turn. Sure. So he's planning to grow his Blood Researcher, but I can still eventually bounce her back if she grows a little bit too large. I guess he wants to make this into a 4/4, which I'm fine with. So, and I can always reset his counters and be incredibly annoying, so. Well, the trample still happens, so I guess he just wanted to gain life, but he can't really bring back his 4/2, so I'm fine with this. And we'll say go. And we can definitely slow him down with Demogorgon Titan, okay. So I might want to bounce this instead. I'm fine trading for the Blood Researcher then. Yeah, I'm fine double blocking here. And the turn we can just draw 2 cards. Wow, the value of this deck is incredible. Yeah, I can just cast a Pledge Mage and draw a million. Although I might want to bounce the creature first, but I guess I can always Pledge a Mage and then bounce, which I'm completely fine with. And I think I'm fine with these trades here. Sure. And if I trade for Yahtzee, that's fine because because I have Simone to draw a bunch of cards anyway. So, and if he wants to take it, that's also fine. I can always double block with Pledge Mage and Manifestation Stage. And I don't understand why he's blocking since it tramples. So. Basically has one more turn, so I can always just double block the Blood Researcher, and that should be game. Sure. So I probably want to double block with the Pledge Mage and Manifestation Stage, since this can give trample, so he doesn't chump all day. But the opponent was pretty close with the Honor Troll, have to admit. So I can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. That's a pretty bad card, by the way. Yeah, I can probably just trample for lethal and he's just dead. Yep, so we can just draw a ton. I can also negate eventually, so let's just draw a million. Eureka Moment, let's cast that. Wow. Yeah, this deck is nuts. So let's cast a Pledge Mage. Cast a Leyline Invocation. Cast a Skewered Colony. And just smash with all, I think. Pretty cute deck from the opponent, but yeah. There's that one turn window of the Honor Troll and the Professor's Warning that got us, but luckily we were able to double block and kill the Troll eventually, so yeah. Almost thought we lost that one. Since a 7/7, Honor Troll is definitely not easy to deal with. So yeah, let's keep this up. So, lesson of the day, draft blue. Basically the lesson of Strixhaven in general, just try to lean towards blue as much as possible. And the best archetypes are Quandrix, Prismari, and Silverquill. Okay, I mean, we have a 2-drop. I mean, how wrong can it get? Maybe the Golden Ratio can just draw us a card. It's an okay hand. I think I'll try it this time. I definitely want to maybe end up drawing 2 cards with the Golden Ratio, but we'll see. Okay, so another Withered Bloom deck, and we definitely need to hit our land drops. I can always keep up a negate next to play defense for the time being. We don't have any, I guess we have an environmental sciences. No, we don't have one. I recall not taking any, so. Yeah. We need some lands, please. Okay, sure. At least that's okay. Would have been great if Zamon and the colony was on the battlefield so I could Golden Ratio with it. So just need to make sure I get my lands and survive as long as possible. That's going to be a problem. Pledge Mage, yeah, this is going to be a problem. Might just have to cycle Arcane Subtraction onto this, so I don't take 3, but it's not a good play. Yeah, we definitely need some lands here. I mean, it doesn't really do anything if I use Arcane, I just prevent 3 damage. So I probably just want to take it anyways. Yeah, I think I might just have to cast this. And maybe this is a game where we want Expand Anatomy to grow Zamon large enough so she can block. I mean, I guess that could be the case. Although it's not very good since she's a pretty valuable creature. Finally a land, so let's leave with the Pledge Mage here. And Sigo. If I grow Zamon, I can grow the Quandrix Pledge Mage. But I probably want a Golden Ratio instead and draw 2 so I can ensure that I hit my lands next turn. Although, I might need a good blocker against this 3-2. I could even just trade this, to be honest. Like, it could be reasonable to trade the Pledge Mage so I don't end up falling far behind. But drawing 2 is also really nice. I guess I might... Yeah, this is a little bit problematic. I guess I'll take 5 and I can block this next turn. I got a land, so that's good. So do I Expand Anatomy? That's a good question. If I Golden Ratio, this still won't block well, so I probably need to Expand Anatomy and hope for the best. If he has removal, then I'm just screwed. So what's the best play here? Maybe it's just Golden Ratio trade. Ensure that I can hit my land drops in the following turns and just say go and maybe trade for the 4-2 or at least maybe stay back still and wait until we have negate next turn, and then if I can grow this large enough I can just block the ground, so we'll see. Maybe I just do take it. Although he doesn't seem to have any removal, so maybe I can be a little bit riskier here and actually take it. And how much damage is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? So that's 8 damage. Yeah, that's a lot. 8 damage is definitely no joke, so eventually he can just close out the game. Maybe I chump with Zamon. Yeah, I might need to just chump with Zamon so I don't end up dying, so yeah, I think I might have to do this. And at least I can get a land out onto play. And I can still play land. And then I do want to keep up negates, so yeah, I think I'm going to expand Anatomy here. Grow the Pledge Mage super large, attack for 6. And then at least try to hold off the ground army in the meantime and keep up negates. So he doesn't have an onslaught to kill me, so I'm definitely going to take a lot still if he goes for an all-out attack, but I think this is my best chance. Yeah, we had to drop block the 4/4. That's unfortunate, but oops. Yep. Oh darn! I accidentally misclicked. Oh, yeah, that was dumb. So if I blocked this, I would have been pretty low regardless. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically, I would have been dead anyways the following turn since I would have been at 2 life. So yeah, that was a bit of a misclick, but I don't think I could have won that. Just missing the land drops was really punishing. And that was definitely a questionable keep. Okay, 2-drop. Maybe into Eureka Moment. I think this is a fine keep. Ooh, Pledge Mage. Pledge Mage can be pretty awesome if we can untap with it. And yep, oh, it doesn't miss a land drop. Okay, alright, let's hope Pledge Mage survives. And then we can always keep a Pop Quiz and Snakeskin Veil. We'll see, go. Fine, taking 2, I can swing back for more. Yeah, let's play land, and do I want to force anything here? Not really, I think I'm just going to say go. I can play it safe and just cast Pop Quiz and keep up Veil, because he could have something here. So maybe that's just better, but Eureka Moment's also nice. He can respond, I have a Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, you know what, let's Pop Quiz. Then if he tries to respond to this, I can just Snakeskin Veil and protect it even more, so I think I'm going to take this approach instead. And then we can get an Elemental Summoning, or Expand Anatomy. Anatomy could also be pretty awesome. Yeah, let's try that. Since we do have Veil, the Anatomy can also be just really awesome. So I think I'm just going to play land and then maybe Anatomy and attack. Just be hyper aggro. Or I can Eureka Moment instead, end of turn. You know what, let's attack for 3 and see what he tries. He probably has a Pump Trick. Yeah, you know what, let's Eureka Moment. To get that extra damage. And then also we have Snakeskin Veil up, so that's difficult for him to deal with. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's totally okay. Don't think I'm going to waste Snakeskin Veil to deal 4 damage. Rutha, that's a bomb. Yeah, I think we might have to maybe bounce Rutha or do something about it. So he definitely has an instant or something since he's keeping this all up. But I think I'm fine casting Eureka Moment main phase. In case I get a land, I can make this into a 4/4. Although no land, but we can keep up all of our other stuff. So I think we'll attack for 5 and see what's up. We can always negate the spell and then Snakeskin Veil. Bury, I mean, I can negate it or veil it. So the negate can counter the spell. I think we negate here because it's more mana efficient, and then the Snakeskin Veil is probably better against Rutha. So I think this is fine. And then we can also just load up counters onto the Scourge Colony. If he wants to bounce with Rutha, that's fine as well. I mean, it's a ton of card advantage, but you won't have any blockers to play defense with, so I think that's fine, and yeah, this should be game over if he doesn't find a way to deal with the Pledge Mage and Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, this comment is so insane. And copying expressive iteration isn't that great because you're mostly just drawing one card with the expressive iteration, since if you're going to be exiling another card, it needs to kind of be a creature here, so you can probably play land into Tome Shredder, but that's not really something amazing. So I think that's fine, and if he attacks, he should be dead on the way back, so Master Symmetrist is great, I can trample over. Could probably afford to expand Anatomy, although maybe it's still better to just play the Symmetrist, although I'll be tapped out of green, so maybe not. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe Anatomy is okay here on Colony. And I also have Arcane Subtraction and Snakeskin Veil up, so yeah, I think we just smash. If he double blocks, I can at least use Subtraction. Yeah, I think I want to name the wolf first, right? And then I want to use Subtraction on it to kill it, so this is fine. He can exile the spell to prevent the trample, 1 trample damage. And then we'll just grab a elemental summoning. I could have gotten Fractal, but I don't really want to plan on tapping out, so this is fine. And he can still get an exile a spell, but he'll be taking... I guess this doesn't have trample, does it? No, it doesn't have trample, so there was no need for him to exile a spell, but yeah, he's pretty much dead here. Because a Snakeskin Veil, again, an overperformer. Negate, first pick, also pretty good in this set. Just so efficient. Sure. Probably has a Bury in books, I feel like. I mean, I'm probably just going to play the Master Symmetrist, and that's just going to trample over, so he probably needs to block. So I guess I just do that, and then attack with Maul. And now they have trample, so he can't afford to really chump. Yep. I think his plan was to chump with the 2-2 and then take 4 and then use Rutha to try to do some shenanigans, but yeah. I forgot, was this quick draft or premiere? I think it was quick draft, not sure. That's why I was getting past all the bombs and crazy playables. No idea. Well, okay, Zamone, Pledge Mage, Field Trip, Pop Quiz. This is probably the best starting hand we've seen so far. So definitely very good. So I can either Pledge Mage or Field Trip next turn. Probably want the Pledge Mage to get some of the value. Field Trip is also fine, but I will only have 5 mana, so I think I Pledge Mage here and try to make this large. Okay, and there's no reason to block here. Just take 2 if he decides to attack, and I think the opponent should have attacked. So we'll cast Field Trip. Put out a Forest, and then we can also activate Zamone end of turn to ramp. So this is good, and I think I'll take the Summoning over Fractal, since, like, sure, I can make a large Fractal in the future, but regardless, this is just a 5 mana 4/4, whereas a Fractal will become a 6 mana 4/4, so just going to cast this instead. Probably no blocks, fine taking 4 if he decides to pump. Opponent probably thinks we're holding up priority with the Zamone, but he doesn't know we have a Snakeskin Veil. I can Arcane Subtraction. I mean, I guess I'll just play Elemental Summoning first. and keep up Snakeskin Veil. I can also pop Quiz, attack, and then when he decides to block, I can Arcane Subtraction too. So maybe it's not too bad attacking here. And if he goes for it, I can completely blow him out, so... yeah, I guess not. Maybe afford to take 5 still, and keep up Snakeskin Veil, so that's great, and we'll see go. Aerialist is okay. Crown Session to learn, sure. Just gonna try to gain some of that life. And teachings, so I definitely need to empty my hand quickly. So I can attack with the 4/4 here, and then see what he tries to do. Alright, no blocks. Pop Quiz. Ooh, Golden Ratio is really insane. Let's take a Fractal Summoning. Yep. And then we can also Golden Ratio and keep up Snakeskin Veil, which is pretty nuts. Yeah, this deck is going to get out of hand if the opponent doesn't deal with it soon. He needs 10 mana to activate this twice. If he activates it once, it's still fine. Ooh, I guess he can draw 3. So I didn't think about that, but I mean, that's still fine. I mean, I'm winning the race here, and I have a larger creature and a way to protect it, so I think I'm still fine. I can still block the 2/2 if he decides to pump. If he decides to play a land and pump. I guess he played his land already, not sure. Right, and then in response we can Veil. Could have also Veiled the 4/4, but this is fine. Yeah, and then it's hexproof, so he can't really answer it. He can't attack for 6, which is okay, but I can just swing back for a ton as well, so no blocks. And then the Needlethorn Drake can hold off the 6/7 eventually. Witterbloom Pledge Mage is alright. Yeah, I think I like the Drake here. And then the Pledge Mage. I'm fine attacking with both. To apply some pressure, if he double blocks, that's also fine. Chumping is also fine. And then we'll say go. Hopefully he doesn't deal with both of my threats here. Alright, I guess he doesn't have a way to take out my 8/8, so... Yeah, Snakeskin Veil, negate. Definitely don't sleep on those cards. Cheap, efficient tricks can always save you in Magic. Alright, so 5-1. We're gonna get another 7-win Quandrix, probably. I guess this is quick draft since, yeah, the outline is different, but... Alright, so maybe we're not pros doing this, but still, getting 7 is great. Opening hand, I guess we can eventually field trip if we get a land, so I think I'll try this. And we're on a draw too, so it's not that bad as well. Probably need to field trip ASAP to maybe ramp into a Pledge Mage. Take a bit of a beating, can always negate something. I can always run out the Vortex Runner though too, but I think the ramp is again a little bit too important. Let's see, yeah, I probably need to ramp here because if I play this and he has a fight effect, that's going to be a little bit awkward, so we'll just get the land out and then take 4 and then hopefully stay alive. Take the Elemental Summoning here. These will become 4/4s, so keep that in mind. But they can definitely apply the beats. So I can't really think of anything in blue-green besides maybe a bounce spell for a card like Pledge Mage. I think I still might have to play it out. I could also just play out the Vortex Runner, take 3, and then next turn have the Snakeskin Veil. maybe that's fine, and then also keep up negate. And we'll say go. Can afford to take 3. Next turn play Pledge Mage, keep up Snakeskin Veil. I think that's just better. And then hopefully we can gain some life to maybe not get run over. Although now he has a 3/1 flyer, which is a problem. Arcane Subtraction, yeah, that's not going to do it. Yeah, I think he knows I might have a Veil or something, so I do need to kind of smash and try to close out the game quickly. At least maybe I can gain some life with some of these tricks. These will become 4/4s eventually. Yeah, that's really good. At least no Magecraft. So I need a way to deal with the flyer. Maybe a reach creature would work. Take a bit of a beating. Golden Ratio, wow. He's only at 6 lands, so he's not going to grow his creatures large anytime soon. Cram Session is also really nice here. So, yeah, I could just Elemental Summoning, attack for 5, or just Cram Session. I think I'm fine attacking for 5 since I have the Arcane Subtraction. I do need to be careful maybe next turn. And then we'll cast the Elemental Summoning here. And still keep up the Snakeskin Veil. Then maybe we can Cram Session, gain some life, and try to outlast him. So next turn these are going to become 4/4, Symmetrist, okay. That's a good one. Here comes the Fight spell. And then we'll just give this Hexproof. I can cast Yahtzee, but I probably want to keep up my tricks. I mean, Yahtzee's pretty good. I guess I can't because I don't have enough mana. So probably fine main phasing the Cram Session here. And then I might want to grab maybe an Expand Anatomy, perhaps. That way I can also just make a large Vortex run, because I don't think I have time to keep up all this stuff. So the question is, yeah, I think I expanded Anatomy here. The question is on what? Maybe on Vortex Runner, so it can block the Skirt Colony the next following turns. I think I am going to attack, and if he tries to do some sort of double block, I can Arcane Subtraction here. Just a chump? That's interesting. I mean, I'll take a chump. And we'll say go. And we also have negate up. This is a 4/4. I can still take a couple hits, and I'm fine with it. Can always Arcane Subtraction as well, but I think I'm fine using negate instead. Yeah, if he's attacking Vol, I'm just going to block the Master Symmetrist. Since I think that's a bigger problem. Yeah, it's probably the bigger problem because these need to grow with the lands. Whereas this can give trample to everything, so I think I block the Symmetrist. Yeah, I definitely need to block this. And okay, and it just happens. I mean, that's definitely kind of risky, I have to imagine. What does he have? I mean, I have lethal on the way back, so... Time Warp, yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, nice job. That's why you first pick negate, guys. Yeah, so happy that I used the Snakeskin Veil over negate. I wasn't expecting Time Warp, but that was definitely his way of killing us. And 6-1. All right, let's head to the final boss. And yeah, not a bad Quandrix deck. Just only one loss against an opponent where we weren't hitting our land drops. But as you can easily see, blue is easily the best color in this set by far. I think Quandrix is probably the best archetype since there's just so much ramp and there's so much powerful late game spells in this set that you want to get towards. Since like even though Prismari like has a bit of ramp, it's not as great as Quandrix. Since they're reliant on their creatures surviving, whereas in Quandrix you can just easily get your land drops and ramp. And then also splash for the off-color spells. But yeah, opening hand, this is okay. I think I try it. I mean, this can easily go wrong. So I'm hoping I can maybe draw into some action in the next couple of turns. But on the draw, I think it's okay. And hopefully I just don't get run over by an aggro deck. And we can probably make a pretty large token, and the 2/2 can maybe trade off. If I pick up my Ether Helix, I can grab this back and recast it as well. So I think I'll risk it. And it is the final boss, so might as well. So a bunch of turn 4 plays, and we need to hit some 2 or 3 drops hopefully. So oh no, Professor on 2, not what I want to see. This card's fantastic. Like it can just learn a Inkling token or a Spirit Summoning and just curve out. And yeah, this card is great. Easily one of the best first picks. And yeah, even bouncing this isn't great since he's just gonna relearn again. So I'm hoping he just puts this onto a token. I mean, it's not the worst. I'll just take 4. Oh, okay, Strict Proctor, I guess. Ooh, I guess Strict Proctor is pretty good against my Manifestation stage. Yeah. So he can counter it. Okay, yeah, maybe this wasn't a good keep. But now I'm kind of... But this card is pretty much a hard counter to my Manifestation stage, which I'm not liking. So I probably need to do another alternative... game plan here. I guess he can copy with Reflective Golem. So we're going to take a bit of a beating here. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, he gets to counter it unless I pay 2. So I probably just need to end of turn Eureka Moment and then hopefully cast Manifestation Stage and play my lands along with it, and then pay the 2 to make the tokens. So yeah. If he puts it onto the Reflective Golem, I can maybe bounce it back. I can always chump and bounce it back, of course. So we're going to take a bit of a beating, and hopefully we don't get run over. I see the opponent's diversifying, so yeah, we're getting run over here, and then he can just put counters everywhere. Make your mark. Okay, I'm fine with him doing that. I guess he just wants to play around some bounce spells here. Alright, this isn't looking good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, down to 4. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead if he puts counters onto the flyer maybe, but maybe I have one more turn to survive. Okay. I guess I can play land, cast Manifestation Stage, and then pay 2 to generate a guy. I can still chump if he puts counters on. I guess if he puts counters on the Strict Proctor and copy it, then I'm pretty much dead. So he might make that. He might make a misplay and not do it. But ooh, that's interesting. Okay, that's fine. So I mean, at least I can still bounce this for one more turn. Oh, never mind. It's just game over. I mean, I guess I can still chump the 4/5 here, but yeah, it's not looking good. Okay, never mind. I'm just dead. So yeah, maybe shouldn't have kept that hand. So got owned by Lorehold aggro. Doesn't happen too often, but that's what you get for keeping a greedy hand. So all right, let's get to 7 here and make sure I'm a little bit more concerned about like keeping my opening hand now. And come on, opening hand. What do we see? I mean, we need blue mana. This isn't great. I'm on the play though. Do I still risk it? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I know I just stated the last game I shouldn't keep risky hands like this, but I'm gonna do so because I'm on the play and I don't really want to mulligan. And blue mana is great. So yeah, I think we'll just play the tap land here. Like, sure, I can cram session, and then I guess I won't be able to cast Simone anyway, so I think this is okay. In case I hit a 3-drop, I want to ensure I hit one, so. Alright, yeah, I guess we'll just play out Simone, and then we can Eureka Moment. I guess we can always Eureka Moment or Manifestation Stage next turn. Probably want a Manifestation Stage since it's going to be 5/5. I mean, I can always Eureka Moment first. Maybe that's better just to make a larger creature and then keep up the Snakeskin Veil. Sure, you know what? Let's attack for 1. I think I'm fine with that, and then I'm fine taking 2 on the way back, and then end of turn cast Eureka Moment, and maybe have a land I can Snakeskin Veil, so this is okay. Because again, I just want a larger manifestation, so I'm hoping I draw into a land and keep up the veil, so I'm not sure if this is correct, but it's definitely reasonable. Alright, no lands. That's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. I don't really want to take a million. So do I cram session? Do I just field trip here and take 5? Maybe that's okay and keep up Snakeskin Veil. I can also Manifestation Stage, but I think I really need to ramp in this deck. Yeah, we're just missing our land drops and it's not good. So I think I actually take the risk here and just do this and say go. I can also be crazy and use Snakeskin Veil to block the Scurrid Colony. Yeah, I think I have to take it. There's many things that can go wrong here. Wow, that's a good one. Yeah, we need some answers. Pledge Mage, probably need to cast a stage now and keep up Snakeskin Veil and hope for the best. Since it also gives me an extra blocker, and then we'll say go. And if he tries to bounce this, I at least have the Veil to protect it. Yeah, missing land drops, that's a problem. So I'm hoping I can get a land into Pledge Mage eventually. Leyline Invocation, sure. He makes his own 7/7. So probably want a Death Toucher onto the battlefield. Land is also pretty good. But I probably want to play the Death Toucher here. I actually want a Cram Session, never mind. Get the Expanded Anatomy. No, actually, you just want to grab a Fractal Summoning, right? Play land, play the Needlethorn Drake, and then just say go. And hopefully no shenanigans. I'm hoping he doesn't counter my Snakeskin Veil because I need it to stay alive. That's fine. probably has like Magma Opus or something stupid. Okay, that's annoying, but maybe I can still put a Needlethorn Drake in front of it. And if this dies still, I can still... Yeah, luckily we have the Veil, so... Yep. No permanents in the graveyard, so I won't get any value off of the Ether Helix. So probably just fine casting the Summoning here. And the question is, do I hold on to my lands? Probably not, because I do want to get to 8 lands with Simone. And then we'll say go. And I also want to make a pretty large Fractal token as well. Just need to stay back and play defense for the time being. That's a fine one, but we do have a 4/4 that can block it. And potentially even larger creatures in the future, so just having a fine board stall here. I think I keep up Arcane Subtraction, even though it is suspicious, I think it's fine. In case he tries something here. Hopefully no Magma Opus. I think that's fine. And then hopefully my Needlethorn Drake can trade for it. Sure. I mean, that's his final card. So I think this is fine. And I can also bury in books here. So I think, do we just make a large token? I don't necessarily need to, it's just going to become a 5/5. So what do I do here? I could always end of turn bury in books. And say go. Because I think the way I win this is just by drawing cards off of Simone. Yeah, Burying Books is too good in this set. Golden Ratio, I think that might just be my ticket out this Dilemma 1-2. Yeah, I guess I'll be drawing a ton of cards, so let's just do that. Yeah, and we're just gonna basically outvalue him. What do I do here? I guess I want to Scourge Colony, and then end of turn pop Quiz. Can also just attack with the 8/8 and see what happens here. We also have Arcane Subtraction as a combat trick, so I think this is fine. Okay, I guess... yeah, I guess I want to trade for the 6/6. I can also... yeah, the 6/6 is fine. What is this? It's an 8/8. So maybe I want to trade for 2 4/4s instead. So this would make the most sense. Just to lower the board presence. Yep. Okay, for 10. Alright, we do have Ether Helix. So yeah, we have a lot bounced, so that's a good sign. Just need to be careful not to deck ourselves, but I'm still going to cast a Pop Quiz here. And grab our Expand Anatomy. I could also just attack for 2, and then bounce the token. I think that's okay. Because again, I do want this stage back in my hand. Okay, opponent doesn't fall for it. Yeah, I guess I still have this guy back on defense, play land. Play our Serpentine Curve. Say go. Okay, sure. From this set, you know, I haven't been too impressed by Ifrit's Flame Painter, to be honest. Yeah, it's just not that great, honestly. So opponent's just probably gonna stay back here. Yeah, I think I like the Symmetress here. And I definitely want the Expand Anatomy here. And then I guess I'm fine attacking for 11, and it will also trample over, so this is fine. I'm hoping he falls for this. Okay, so he can... Yeah, I guess he can definitely fall for this, so we'll just name this first. Fine, discarding a land and drawing a new card. Yeah, eventually we're just basically outvaluing him. Finally drew a card, sure. I think he knows I have Ether Helix. I can just cast Yahtzee as a 5/5, which I don't mind. I think I'm just going to attack for 11, and then next turn make the largest fractal token that I can. Yeah, Pledge of Mage can go. And how much is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? So I can maybe make an 8/8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Never mind, I don't need to bounce anything. Yeah, just make an 8/8. And I can Ether Helix, but I won't gain value, which sucks. Yeah, I think I'll cast it anyways, just to get rid of these annoying... I guess I can bring back a land. So that's the reasoning for it. Yeah, we can play land. Combat. I think these are all fine attacks. Yeah, I think this is okay. Sure. Charge through for his Flame Painter makes sense. Yeah, and I don't think he can win this. Alright, sweet. So not bad. Managed to get 7 and 2 with a quick draft. And yeah, Quandrix is pretty good. Just the commons like Eureka Moment are fantastic. Leyline Vacation. There's just so many good things you can do in Quandrix, and this set. Field Trip is amazing, incredible. So yeah, I think I'll name this Quandrix number 2. And if you just want to see the draft over how just watch the beginning of the video if you want to watch the draft, of course. So let's see, Quandrix number 2, not a bad deck, pretty solid, with some and first pick negating as well was pretty solid too. Yeah, overall just a very impressive deck, and didn't have anything too radical or crazy about, just straight up blue green, and we managed to still get there. So that's pretty awesome with Jots. And, you know, Yahtzee can actually end up decking herself, but he's definitely a very powerful card as well. And definitely pretty good in Prismari as well, so definitely a powerful pick. So happy getting 7 wins with this. Let's add it to our collection, claim our prize, which isn't a whole lot when you do these quick drafts, but we still managed to get 7 really nicely, and let's crack some packs. Semester's End, and then there's also Morality Spear, Snow Day. I think pack 1 pick 1 I would take Snow Day over Mortality. Haven't been too impressed by Witherbloom, although there's Cultivate. Maybe I would take Cultivate. Mortality, Snow Day, Pigment Storm, Cultivate. I think these are the best cards in this pack. Yeah, I would probably take Cultivate, pack 1 pick 1. Like this would still be a reasonable card in Prismari as well. Definitely very strong, but Cultivate can allow you to go in multiple directions, and green is also very good in this set. Yeah, I think green and blue are the two best colors in this set. Follow up by like red and black are kind of close, and then white is just dead last. But yeah, maybe first pick Cultivate, and that's fine. But Snow Day is also fantastic. You can always splash for Mortality Spear if you have Cultivate in the first place. There's also Pigment Storm, but yeah, Cultivate can lead to some pretty interesting decks. And there you guys have it. Nice 7 wins Strixhaven draft, quick draft that is. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and then until next time, probably gonna fire off another Premier draft. Strixhaven been doing pretty good in this set so far, as long as you draft blue. But I'm hoping I can at least draft Silver Quill and get to 7 wins, since I've been watching a couple of videos, and Silver Quill is also pretty powerful when it comes together. But not so much Witherbloom or Lorehold. But we did lose to a Lorehold aggro deck this game, because basically we couldn't cast our... Basically the strict proctor prevented us from making a giant manifestation token. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.